Alrighty, folks. So, after taking my kids to the park, give my wife a break, and then they want to go to stores. They always want to go to the store. There's stores, the store, the store. But the joke's on them. I'm not buying any toys because I got stacks full of toys hidden here for the next 2 years worth of stuff they'll love their age appropriate levels. But I did get some Easter stuff. So we do celebrate Easter in my house. I try not to be pagan, but I try. I know you're somebody gonna be like, oh, that's Saturnalia and Jesus this and Jesus that. I get it. Fine, whatever. I still have kids. I still got to kind of make their life a little magical in these mystical times. And yes, there's chips on the floor. The cats are trying to steal my tortilla chips. So let's go to this Dollar Tree hole real quick. So Velveeta cheese sauce. This I can't watch these chips here. How the cats can somebody the rest, but you got some regular noodles. Throw this in. It's there. Let me see if I see a date for expiry. I don't see a date for expiry on this one. I'm gonna bet I have at least a year though. I swear by this brand because I get them for $1 now, $1.25 with pricing. Chocolate peanut butter protein bars, 12 grams of protein. I bought 6 of them. $1.25 for everything is hoard. But one Sharpie there. Now I've said you can get a better price at Costco. I know, but at this point in time, it was just better for me to get something moving. Now raviolis. Now these are low quality food, folks. I'm not gonna lie to you. It's probably cheap starches and BS and blah blah blah. Let's look at the label. There's like 50,000 things on the label. Made puree, 2% of this, soy flour, blah blah. However, let me tell you why I bought this. And yes, this can is dented because I dropped it, but December 24, 2024. It's the end of March in 2023. I've got a year and a half in this. Now they're claiming no preservatives, no artificial flavors. But whatever. Food is food, folks. I'd rather have something I don't want to eat per se, it's not 200% healthy, than have nothing in my cabinets. So every time you go and you buy something, buy a little something extra. Now I went there for packing tape and hopefully a tarp. But we'll keep going. So 25-piece glow bracelets. Now this is cool, folks. I've talked about this repeatedly. Is that these are glow sticks, right? So they're basically like cheap versions of light sticks you get from the military or like police or any kind of organization that wants to make sure you can see. And you crack them and throw them, whatever. But these are for the kids. But I now have, let's see, 5 red, 5 yellow, 5 blue, 5 green, 5 orange. And little connectors, so I make them into necklaces at the top of that. So I can make a long string of these and tape them to a wall I had to for light that would be artificial, that wouldn't really show up in my windows, but if I'm bugging in, it could help me and help the kids feel fun. So I can multi-purpose this one item. So I got something to add some pasta, which you could probably just use with a spoon if you had to, if you're really hungry. Raviolis, you can eat these out the can like that. These bars I'm a big fan of. Sharpie, brand name marker. So now check this out. They had a 25-cent product at the Dollar Tree, which is now $1.25. I bought one for each of my kids. 1, 2. Now, I've been told my son had, he's doing good with his reading. He actually does really great in his testing, but I want to encourage him. So I'm going to go back and buy the rest of them. They had different brands and names just so you can have them. And at 25 cents a pop, folks, I'm at about $15 here right now. The best find of the day at Dollar Tree. Sorry, this is my big toe there. Tool bench hardware. I got a 4-foot by 6-foot tarpaulin. So leave it there, but I can use this for all kinds of stuff. I can make me a little lean-to. I can cover windows if they get popped. I got all kind of stuff. But I'm gonna go back and buy more of these tarps. They had like plastic, like you would throw like over a window, or like a paint like on the floor kind of thing. They even had pocket knives, folks, for $1.25. Now I like the dollar knife I got from the dollar paring knife I got from Walmart better, but it's when my kids like, oh, I could use this, I could use it. I'm like, when you get older, you're too young right now. But I'm trying to teach them that you can get stuff to survive anywhere we go. And yeah, they're only 6 and 3, but they'll be 4 and 7 this year. What you teach your kids now will last an eternity. The men I create this generation will raise the next generation. See, my father was raised by his maternal grandmother's second husband. And I'm named after that gentleman. So I'm the third. My son is not the fourth, honestly. I gave him a different name just because I wanted to beat generational curses. And if you don't care about that, that's fine. But for me, it feels like a kind of real thing. But I do what I can, folks. I'm a regular dad trying to just do what I can do. And life can be hard. I'm not going to lie to you. It can be. So I do what I can with what I have. And I teach my kids the best I can. Because my belief is every generation should put the next generation forward a generation. So if I went to private school and I had a good life, I moved to Florida now. My kids hopefully have a good school life and possibly private school, but no matter what, I feel like right now where he's at in his school is a very good school. And my little one's learning fast. And, like I said, my wife's home, which we went and had the opportunity for in New York. So it gives us the opportunity to kind of build a different kind of dynasty. If that makes sense. And dynasty, what are you going to give me a king? Yeah, it might be. Who knows? But I want them to realize they're kings whether they have the crown or not. What are you talking about when you're prepping? Well, if they understand they can spend pennies to be safe. Look, folks, I can get, okay, there's 4 of us, so we each get a can of this per day. Right? So this is going to have 6 grams of protein. Actually, no, per can it's going to have 10. So there's 40 grams of protein here. Another 72 here. For over 100 grams of protein. Plus this, I got some pasta always in my cabinet. Some ways to see and entertain. Some ways to entertain. Some way to cover us. Some way to mark all the cans with the dates, which is very important, right? You got to prep. You want to know what your stuff's inspiring. You want to rotate your goods. Sorry I'm talking fast. I'm hot, so I want to get the video over. I'm a real prepper, folks. I'm a real person. I don't have any sponsorship. My podcast was demonetized. Not because I broke any rules, just because the platform I use has new restrictions based on minimum levels of leadership, listening, blah, 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 blah. So it'll be there, but I'm going to focus on the videos. I'm still going to do 2 podcasts a week. The podcast is called Changing Advance. It's leadership, entrepreneurial skills, and prepping. So the only thing you're not seeing in this video, folks, is about the candy I bought. I bought some Werther's soft caramel chews. I got all of them some stuffed little plushy $1.25 animals. 1 Superman, 1 Batman, little like the size that you can just grip and squeeze for the boys. I got them each an animal for my wife and my kids. I got more candy for them for the holiday. Like I said, I just want it's not always about survival. Like, I can eat one of these a day and live because I'm a gangster and I'm hardcore. I'm a SEAL. It's about keeping my kids happy, entertained, making them feel safe, keeping things to a level where I understand the data. And one day, this will become a real car. Daddy, it's a Dom car. Well, it is a trail car. And if you're wondering, here's a really good tool for you guys and gals out there and folks. If you have kids that are in a similar age bracket, they have similar cars. Both my boys get Hot Wheels. We use a silver or a pink or a red nail polish on the bottom, so we know whose is whose. Funny story, my little one, he would get a Hot Wheel that he knew wasn't his, and go and say, paint under? This was about 1.5 years ago. He was about just before he turned 2. See, in his mind, he was like, if I get you a Hot Wheel and you paint it, it was my brother's, it now becomes mine. So he was willing to expand his territory while robbing his brother, but they're kids. I mean, they don't think the same. I was reading a book and they were saying like kids don't understand lying until 5 or 6. They're gonna try and manipulate and use guile and kind of foxy, guiling behavior because they don't know any better. They just know they want to get their base needs, and their base needs are more like base wants most of the time. But as parents, we can fix that. We can help them. So do what you can, folks. You have power that you don't understand as a parent. You're a superhero, a leader, a friend, and sometimes a disciplinarian. And I'll tell you, don't stop being a disciplinarian because they might not like it now, but you don't want that kid that is an a-hole in the mall. Then he's an a-hole to his girlfriends, his friends, and he has no one who's concerned with anyone himself. Next time you go look at the kid who asks for that and think if you want that your kid to be that person. Then do a gut check. Is my kid that person? Another quick hat tip. Go to Costco. You got the Kirkland brand Gatorades. They're $24 for $12. Plus tax, of course, but still you're paying basically 50 cents a piece, 2 for $1. Powerades at Costco, which supposedly have more electrolytes than Gatorades, are now like $1, $1.05, plus tax. So you can still win. Let me know what content you're looking for, folks. Like I said, I didn't do batteries. I didn't do the cheap knives. I did buy some junk food. So I bought some cookies for my kids because they were hungry and we have to drive home. And they're good bribing tools. To be honest, it's just what it is. I got some frozen. Oh, I got a steak actually. Dollar Tree had a steak for $3. Now it's probably the size of I'm gonna say 3/4 of an inch thick by 2.5 to 3 inches wide by about 10 inches long. But I'm going to try and go back on a 3-day diet. I'll post a video about that probably next week. But basically, we don't need a certain amount of things for 3 days. It exactly tells you. It's partial enzyme diet plus calorie restriction In 6 weeks, I lost 59 pounds. Now, what happened is on the fourth day, I do it Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. Thursday morning, I'd weigh myself, have a bagel with butter or a bagel with butter and bacon or sausage, whatever I felt like. And then that day, I'd go home and have a 40-ounce beer. Being honest, I had an OE with after my dinner, if not two, maybe three some nights, because I was lifting weights and I was losing weights. I didn't care. And I would have a steak burrito from the Chinese place. So it's a Mexican food, like, you're getting Mexican, tacos, burritos, enchiladas, stuff like that, chimichangas. But it was run by Chinese food. It was the best American style Mexican food I had. Because across the street from them was an actual Mexican authentic place. Totally different burrito. Both were amazing, but the Chinese ones were one I liked. Another tip: if you're gonna get nachos, get spinach nachos. Have them saute the spinach. Cut out the meat of the chicken if you want to just cut out some calories. You can cut out the cheese too. I'm saying, like, let's say you want to cut out the meat just for leaving out for some reason or whatever. I don't know, but I like the spinach nachos and sauteed. People thought it was crazy, but you have options, folks. Oh, by the way, Costco, Kirkland. Do what you can, folks. You have power. You have time. You might have a lot of money, but a piece of time, like I'm saying, I went to Dollar Tree to buy $3 to $6 of stuff, and I ended up buying $67.19, I think it was. But I got stuff for the holidays. I got taper packing because I got some packages back. So I got some returns. I went to Costco, Amazon. Gifts I'm going to send my mother, my father that I'm late on. I'm trying to think. I bought a whole bunch of stuff, folks. Honestly, I bought a medley of stuff. I was like, what can I buy? There's stuff that's not necessarily prepping, but I wanted to have, or stuff that I wanted in my house. Like, I bought a lot of packing tape because I was like, I know I'm sending a package 3 or 4 this week. And honestly, this one from the post office, this was like $4 or $5, and I'm almost done with it. The roll I got looks more like a duct tape roll. That's very thin. I'm not gonna lie to you. It's $1.25. What do you expect? But it meets my needs. So let me know what you think, folks. Holler at me. Peace. Tony at changeadvance.com. Change Advance on YouTube and Instagram. YouTube and Twitter. Instagram, I am Pedagogy of the Fresh. PADAGOGY of the Fresh. And EDC, Orlando EDC. You want my blog is changeadvance.com. A lot of older content. I'm trying to put these videos up, but I haven't figured out how to make it in a way that's like cool for y'all. So holler at me. But look, less than $20, folks. Don't tell me you can't prep when you're buying lunch every day. You're buying your coffee at $2 a day times 5 days, $10. A week times 52 weeks, that's $520. This is just $20 of that. Is it? Wait, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 plus 5 plus 6, so 16 times 125, so 4. So 5, 10, 15, $20 plus taxes. Let's say 22. Peace.